AITA for refusing to put up with my male victim mentality. I, 37F, have been married to my husband, 36M, for almost 9 years. I have a 14F daughter from my first marriage. When my husband and I first started dating, my daughter was 4. At first, my now MIL and my daughter had a great relationship. They would do art projects together, plant flowers, etc. She would also come to all my daughter's activities and events. This all started to change the summer of 2022. My husband and I had purchased a bigger, newer to us house in the summer of 2021. We had made some renovations, and the house has 4 bedrooms, 2 1-2 bathrooms. My daughter uses 2 of the bedrooms. One is her actual bedroom where she sleeps, and the other is like a hangout TV room for her and her friends when they come over. The issue started when my MIL would give attitude that basically that other bedroom should be a guest room for her when she stays over, and that she even had an extra bedroom set she could put in it. I wouldn't really respond and just laughed it off, and my husband never said a word. The summer of 2022, my husband and I were going on a trip for a week with some of our friends. Important to note, my parents and I have a very close relationship. My mom was the only one in the delivery room when my daughter was born. X was deployed at the time I gave birth. However, my daughter has always had a very close connection with my parents, and they live down the street from us. My MIL has always watched our dogs and stayed at our house whenever we go on trips or family vacations. Never had an issue until this particular trip. My daughter, who was 10 at the time, asked if she could stay with my parents that week. I saw no issue with this. Apparently, my MIL was upset about this, as she thought my daughter would have stayed with her and the dogs. Instead of having a conversation with us about it, she completely stopped coming to my daughter's events and would only come to our house to visit her son when my daughter and I are not home. A year goes by, and my SIL informs me the reason her mom has been so cold is because of the time daughter stayed with my parents. SIL did not agree with MIL actions, but at least I had an idea of why things changed. Fast forward to March of 2025. Husband says he's finally going to have a conversation with his mom after my daughter was deliberately left out of his family Christmas, and I was very upset about it. Months go by, and he keeps making excuses for why he has not had a conversation with her. Final straw came when he said he was finally going to do it, but he just knew how horrible it was going to go. I finally said, I am tired of hearing this and hearing the same thing since March. I said, just forget the conversation. However, I said, if it continues and my daughter keeps getting treated a certain way, we will no longer attend things at his mother's house. He says he understands, but I feel like he does not understand how an adult taking things like this out on a child is wrong. AITA for not going to MIL house anymore if her treatment continues.